Soma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Boom! We need to just put these on assembly line, these told you hats, so y'all can get some of these. You know, so everybody can be running around. When you write about something, you can just have it on. I probably ain't taking it off no more. Go to sleep with it on. When we're talking about the heavyweights, the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder negotiations and things like that. Y'all know I called it a circus from the beginning. Y'all know I've talked about every single aspect of it and have gotten everything right. So let me gloat a little bit. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Here's some more Tojas news. Deontay Wilder's in England now. They're going to be promoting the fight, the Tyson Fury fight on December the 1st. So they're going to do a little tour. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go to London. Then they're going to New York. Then they're coming to LA. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's on now, right? So you're hearing things. You're hearing Deontay Wilder in his interview. Might put it in the description box. But I think everybody has seen his interviews, you know, and at Fight Height, I think it was. And, you know, they asked him some Anthony Joshua questions. And, you know, he just answered just like I told you. I said everybody got 4 subscribers. Deontay Wilder's probably one of them. Because it's like, you know, if you hear me say it, he's going to say it as soon as they ask him. And the bottom line is he's washed his hands, basically, with the Anthony Joshua situation. That's one thing that I told you. That's over. It's been too much. It's been going on. And you ain't got no time for it no more. Right? That's one thing. You know, other thing, he ain't paying attention to what these people are talking about anymore. You shouldn't even be asking him about Anthony Joshua, right? You shouldn't. So he's going to be focusing on something else, okay? Trust me. Now, you know, got one of those subscribers, I think subscriber, at least asking questions, you know, about the Anthony Joshua and the Deontay Wilder negotiations. And wonder, you know, well, why are you not answering, Doma? Well, obviously you don't follow much because I don't be answered anyway. Because most of the times I know it's a waste of time, right, to be answering every little question. Because see, most of you guys are probably young and you haven't lived through anything, right? If you, Josh, I've seen people go as far, let me give you an example, as far as to say something negative about a Lennox Lewis to protect an Anthony Joshua. And that would be someone that's young. If you live through Lennox Lewis, it's blasphemous to say something about Lennox Lewis that's negative to boxing. There weren't people out there when he was fighting that he wouldn't fight. That didn't exist. People talking about Klitschko in his last fight. Yeah, Vitaly, the baddest Klitschko, in your last fight, and you beat him because his eye didn't get messed up like that for nothing. And Lennox Lewis had just finished what he was trying to do his whole career, which means beat everybody, and he won at Tyson. He was done. He was supposed to fight Kirkland, found out with 2 weeks that he's going to fight a Vitaly Klitschko, and hangs in there. Did you see Lennox Lewis moving in that fight? Anybody that knows Lennox Lewis knows that wasn't even Lennox Lewis or motivated Lennox Lewis. But he had to put his hands up, take some punches to give some. Awesome for your last fight. And we're talking Vitaly Klitschko. So saying something negative about Lennox Lewis to say something positive about Anthony Joshua would only happen with people that are younger than Anthony Joshua or his age and haven't seen anything else. So it's a mute point. It's a waste of my time. So somebody asking me a question about, a $50 million offer was a one-day offer, and why you won't negotiate for 10 weeks, you know, with Eddie Hearn and them for the Anthony Joshua fight. I guess he means April the 13th. That means you haven't been following. So I'm not going to, you know, listen, you got royalty. When it comes to this situation, damn it, I'm royalty. I haven't got nothing wrong. So I'm not going to be wasting time answering a question like that. The answer to your question is in your question. 50 million. Doesn't matter if it's a one-day offer. Take it or leave it. Just like the 12.5 million and the 15 million. Flat fees for someone like that. Actually, the answer is credibility. Shelly Finkel or Al Heyman or no one is sitting down with somebody who's going to tell him they've been in the business longer that his deal is not worth, the 50 million is not there. Just not going to happen. People are not sitting down with somebody like that. And I've said that. So if you're going to have a question for me, especially about something like that, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, as many videos as I've done on that means you're not watching. The answer is in videos prior. or into your question. If someone is still thinking that Anthony Joshua, going to say at the end of the sentence, you know what he said? I don't know if you guys read it. He said that it's one side that's really trying to make the fight. And I'm supposed to answer that? That means you haven't been paying attention. There is not one side that's trying to get the fight. Right? And if there is a one side, we know what side it is. Right? So, that's it. After 50 to 80 million for a fight on this planet, which I've said in many videos, on this planet, and someone doesn't take it, that's telling you everything. Right? You can't give them 60-40 for going to England. Can't do that either. You can't even do this. Where we started at the beginning. Right? Deontay Wilder said, whatever you guys offer me, it's cool. As long as you take that in the rematch. Can't do that either. Man, get the hell out of here. And I'm not talking to you, guy, whoever it is. It's not that. Because you're cool, right? It's all good. We just disagree here. But get all the information and see there's no one that's entitled here. And that's why Deontay Wilder and his team, like I've said many occasions, will not be answering this guy anymore. It's a done deal. You don't need him. I wish he doesn't talk to him. They don't ever have to fight, as far as I'm concerned. Ever. He's done enough. When this fight is going to happen is when Anthony Joshua is ready to leave his comfort zone and go fight somewhere else. When Anthony Joshua is not, just like Lewis the Real King Kong Ortiz says, it's covered in cotton. Right? No one from England is saying, hey, Josh, why don't you go back to New Zealand and beat Joseph Parker up over there? Right? Why don't you go anywhere and beat someone else everywhere else? Where's Tyson Fury going to fight Deontay Wilder? Right? Going over there? Why? So as long as the fans continue to accept that stuff, that's what's going to happen. And that's another thing that Deontay Wilder said that I forgot about. He said the problem is you. He even pointed at you, because you're accepting this behavior. If you want him to fight Anthony Joshua, you, the fan, has to change, and it will happen. So, I hope that's an answer to your question and anybody else's question. And I'm going to point at this again. Boom. I told you, and not once, a million times. And for those that know what time it is, let's go back. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, you told me just to sit to chill. You told me that to get the deal. You told me that he fit the bill. So what the hell wrong with 50 mil? Come on. What the hell wrong with 50 mil? What the hell wrong with 50 mil? You tell me. What the hell wrong with 50 mil? What the hell wrong with 50 mil? Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, and I am